My name's Anna Sutton and I'm a senior lecturer in organisational behaviour at the business school. So I teach on a second year course about organisational behaviour and also a final year elective and some masters units to do with applying psychology at work. It was an hour-and-a-half tutorial and what we did was we got the students into groups and asked them to create a 1-minute video explaining what change management was all about. So that was the sort of overall point of the tutorial. We started by showing the students a couple of video clips that I'd found beforehand. One was just a short PowerPoint presentation and the other was a film clip, and both were illustrating change management and how people dealt with it. And we then told the students to go off for an hour wherever they liked in the building and create their own video with the title of Change Management Explained in 1 Minute. So we told them they were allowed to do whatever they wanted. They could do a role play or a short PowerPoint presentation, whatever they wanted. The only thing is that they weren't allowed to copy anything off the internet, so it had to be their own work. And then after an hour, they emailed me the results and we watched all of the videos just to finish off the session. It was quite simple. I just told them they could do anything they wanted, so I left it open so that they could engage with it at whatever technical level they were at. So I suggested they might want to use cameras on their phones or do a PowerPoint presentation on their laptops or whatever they liked really. It was up to them what they'd like to do. And within each group there were some that were more or less confident, so the ones that were more confident seemed to take over the technical side of it. And then at the end, in terms of getting the final product, I'd set up a YouTube account so that it gave me a unique email. They could just email me the finished product and then we could have it all available on the playlist. I would say it wasn't difficult. It did take some setting up on my part and a bit of explaining to the students how to engage with it. In terms of what you actually need, a YouTube account makes it much easier to collect all the videos together and show them to everyone. And that was very simple to set up. You just need a Google account for that. And then the only slightly more technical bit perhaps was that a couple of the groups had made a PowerPoint presentation but didn't know how to turn it into a movie. And on PowerPoint itself there is an option just to convert to movie. So I did that for a couple of the groups myself. With a longer tutorial time it would have been easy enough to get them to do that as well. It required very little support really. It was setting them going. At the beginning perhaps making them feel a bit confident about their ability to do it, just emphasising that it was only a minute and it could be whatever they wanted it to be. And then I asked each group if they would like me to hang around or if they'd prefer to be left to do their own thing. I did it with a couple of different tutorial groups and they all wanted me to just leave them to do it. So I made sure they knew where I would be if they wanted support and then just left them to it for an hour. In the end we got all of the videos together and I linked from our Moodle page to those videos so that everyone could watch them, even the students that hadn't been there. And I got feedback from the students themselves spontaneously telling me how much they'd enjoyed it and emailing it. And I think in terms of how it could be improved in the future, a bit more time would be good because you could then use those videos as the sort of springboard for discussions about the topic again, which unfortunately we didn't have time for in that. So I'd say on the whole they enjoyed it. They enjoyed doing something a bit different, being a bit creative, and also coming up with their own ideas and applying the theory. So it had come straight after the lecture, so they'd had all the theory about change management and then they could actually show what they'd understood from that.
Thanks for watching this Good Practice Exchange film. You can find loads more teaching ideas on our website. Visit celt.mmu.ac.uk/good_practice.